Hello and welcome to Streamdorm. I'm Adidayo, the Immortal Boat. And it's been like a few days since I've actually done stuff like this entertainment news to give you some of the news and the movies, all that, even music news, so that you can at least have a good idea of what's happening in the entertainment space and at least to help you make more decision when it comes to the type of content you be consuming. Now, there's no way I'm telling you what to do, and there's no way I'm saying that this is my thoughts, take it for a fact. I am just commenting on what I've seen and based on my knowledge. Now, I can be wrong, and this is where you come in. You comment your own thoughts, and at least we can have a conversation about the way things should go. Now, before I move on and talk about the topic for today, I want to mention that initially what we do in this channel is that we talk about movies and music, and we found that in order to make this channel to be seen and understood by the algorithm, we have to focus on one thing. And since personally I talk about music, I'm sorry, movies all the time, and it's more or less on music and more or less on the other kind of topics, I would focus more on movies. And they're all movies that I love and movies that I enjoy. And when it comes to movies that I normally do not consume every day, I'll try to learn more and brush up on it. That's like the Nigerian movies and some other movies. Now I'm 100% being honest, and every day I try to learn to be able to give more be able to produce more content that everyone can understand and say that okay, at least you are trying your best. Now, like I said, I am not giving you a fact about what you should consume. I am just giving you based on what I know, and I'm giving you based on the fact that I see. But the more we grow, the more I can be able to the more I can be able to put more content with more understanding, and I can say, okay, this is my own thing. And like I said, if peradventure I go to the point where I'm giving you movie critics or movie reviews, please do understand that it's based on personal opinions, and your own opinion should be formed based on what you see and what you know and what you understand. So I'm going to put on the intro, and it's still going to be the old intro. Then as I go, I'm going to be able to put out more intro. So please do understand that this channel doesn't talk about music anymore, and I'm going to, as we go into the video, I'm going to understand, I'm going to give you what we are doing and where you guys can be able to consume movies. So here's the intro. So basically, here on the Streamdorm, what we do is that we talk about movies, talk about sports, talk about music, and anything entertainment, and we are trying to grow our brand so that we can be able to look more standard and more recognizable in the industry. Now we started this thing a long time ago, up to count. We are going to 4 years now. We've done by May we were able to clock that we are doing this thing for 3 years. And now to grow, we have to understand that this is what we are doing. This is we have to be able to at least it soon look as if we are just doing this to pass time because it has to show the results. And we've branched from doing everything to specializing. Like now on our Twitter or Facebook, we have accounts that are specific for one particular thing, and we've seen the growth there. So on this YouTube, one brand that we own is called Spotlight, and we're planning to grow it into something else, and realize that what we can be able to use and be able to um, manage and be able to take that brand into focusing on something else. So this channel is mainly for film, mainly for games, mainly for comics and things in that category. And Spotlight, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about some music and stuff like that. So on that channel, you would see the type of content we are going to put out. So when that time comes, I'm going to be able to tell you that okay, this is the channel you guys should follow when it comes to that content. But if you are in here for movies, this is the channel you should follow. So subscribe to this channel, like this channel, and in case you are consuming this content on another platform, it is still the same thing. That this Streamdorm is mainly going to be for movies, and you would see on the other accounts what we are going to be talking about later on in the future. So without further ado, let's first talk about this thing, which is the first thing here. Now, what was it? It's those the movies that you guys can see that is out currently on cinemas this July. July 1st, which was yesterday, this Nollywood movie called Out in the Darkness is on cinema. So I hope you guys got your ticket, and if you are in Nigeria or other side of Africa, I think it should be in Ghana, but mostly in Nigeria, you guys can go watch Out in the Darkness and give out your own personal review on your social media platforms. And I will try as much as possible to, like I said, earlier, I've said this before that after I watch Superman, then I'm going to start going to more cinemas at least once a week or once a month to be able to consume more content. But right now, it's not in my system to be consuming to be going to cinema all the time. And I've given the reason earlier on, so you guys can go watch my former videos. You are going to see the reason. So the next is which is going to be July 11, which is next week Friday. It's a Superman, and I'm going to give out my out of theater review. And that same July 11 on Netflix, there's this movie called Mayday Destination Wedding. Now this is like a sequel. This is like the fourth or the fifth movie in this installment, and Mayday is played by Tyler Perry, and there are other actors that are in this movies, but it's played by Tyler Perry and it is written by I think Tyler Perry is one of the writers and the producers of this movie. So July 18 is I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is also going to be out on cinema, and that's in July 18. An Hollywood movie called A War, which is I hope I pronounced that Ewo, 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 Ewo. Okay, I'm trying to use E, Ewo, Ewo. Yes, no, it's Ewo, which means forbidden. It's a Yoruba movie, which is also going to be in cinema, and also on Netflix. They are going to release To Kill a Monkey, which is I think it's written and directed by Kemi Adetiba. I think it's also written by Kemi Adetiba, which is an author movie. And now, if you guys know Kemi Adetiba's work from this is it the boys or what's the name of this movie? I'm trying to yeah, King of Boys, the wedding party across the blooded across the bloody ocean and movies like that. So she's one of the most respected filmmakers in Nigeria. Now, I'm not saying she's the most respected. I'm saying she's one of the most respected filmmakers in Nigeria. And July 25, we have the Fantastic Four First Step, which is also going to be in cinema worldwide and nationwide. And July 25, we have that same July 25, we have Ireke Rise of the Maroons, which is going to be out in Nigeria cinemas. And to end the year, there's going to be The Naked Gun, which is a comedy action movie. So you guys can go watch any of these movies, or you can go watch all of them, depending on what your pocket says, and go check them out in cinemas. For me, I'm going to watch Superman, and I'm also going to try and watch this Mayday Destination Wedding, which is also coming out. That's in July 11th, and I'm going to try to watch To Kill a Monkey, and if I can, I might come back to watch a war for the forbidden. So that's just my thing, and that's just what I want to consume for this week. So normally earlier this week I'm was supposed to talk about Yeah, first off, please let me know what you guys think about the movies you're going to consume down in the cinema. You guys should let me know and share your thoughts down in the comment section. Now, moving on. This week was supposed to be a week where I was supposed to talk about comic book movies, which is the Nigerian comic books and the Hollywood comic book movies. So I wasn't able to I wasn't able to come online and to make videos for a while, but there was some videos that were popping up on the channel and on other social media platforms, even on social media where they're still giving out content, but I was unable to take my time and make a video. Also, towards the end, I'll give you a basic structure of some of the videos we're going to be putting out on this channel. But what I want to show you right now is that it's on YouTube. There is this movie, or yeah, I think it's a movie that is going to be released by Comic Book Republic, which is a Nigerian. Um, let me see, Comic CL Motion Plus. Yeah, CL Motion Plus. I got that. So they have. I think this is a movie. So they have like something which is coming out, which is Guardian Prime. So let's check out this last video. I hope I don't get copyright strike. So it's an animation. Yeah. So it's an animation which is coming out tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, it's coming out 6 p.m. Yeah, I was right. I saw it yesterday, so I had to just like put this on. So on this channel, CR Motion Plus, you guys should go subscribe to them. They're going to release a movie today, which is July 5. I'm going to try to post this video by that time, July 5, 6 p.m. West African time. They're going to premiere an animated movie, which is Guardian Prime, coming out. So they'll see how motion is also the people it's owned by Comic Republic. They put out interesting Nigerian comics. So you guys should go check out this channel, CR Motion Plus, and you guys can watch the movie as soon as the movie premieres on this channel. So they try to put out more animation, they put out more movies, and these are some of the things that I'm learning and trying to do. That at the end of the day, you are still Nigerian and you have to promote Nigerian stuff. At the end of the day, so stuff like that is what I am doing. So let's talk about the things I have on my show notes here. Black Clover is going to premiere, I think, not only in America but worldwide. well, worldwide towards next year. Yeah, it should. If the movie is now in production, sorry, the season 5 is now in production. We should be expected to see it next year. So what we have here is that season 5 of Black Clover is now in production, and I remember watching from season 1. I binged the whole thing down to season 5, and we are at this pinnacle of the story. The last, I think the last arc was when the elves came in, and yeah, I was right. When the elves came in and they tried to restore, like they possessed the self to like the previous. Should I call it the future? So you know when someone died, they reincarnate. So the way they did it was that the humans that exist at that particular time frame was a reincarnation of the elves then. So what they did was that they took over the soul of that particular human, and they tried to mutate themselves back into elf. So which make them kind of evil, but their entire backstory was sad because the humans themselves were like the villain of the story. And aside from following Asta and what's this guy's name? I know this Asta and this other guy. Aside from following in their story, which I was like in support of them winning, I felt bad for the elves, and to be honest, I wanted the elves to win because they had this kind of interesting story that was a bit captivating for me, and finding out that at the end of the day, the reason why they no longer exist was because some bunch of human beings were so stingy and so greedy that they end up wiping them. Now I don't understand. I understand what they are trying to sell. That oh, this guy, the story, but I felt more on the elf side than the human side because I was like, fuck everybody, let everybody just die and let the elves survive. But yeah, I do understand what story they are going on. So Black Clover is now in production. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and do share your thoughts on that. Now, this is Studios, which is a new studio owned by James Gunn and Peter Safran. They have some interesting projects that are coming on, but this is not just only this is studio. This is the entire this is live action. And like I said, one thing I was supposed to talk about was comic book stories. So I'm trying to use today to talk about those comic book stories. So this is a list of upcoming DC live action projects. July 11, we have Superman, which is going to be on cinema. The Sandman, which is already out. So I've watched the last season, but I've not started watching the I've not started watching season two. So I'll try as much as possible to watch season two, and I'll be giving episode by episode review on each season. I'll try as much as possible to binge them all through this weekend, but I still have some work, so I'll do my best and binge as many Sandman episode and give out my review. Then August 21 we have Peacemaker, which is going to be out on HBO Max. Then next year we have Supergirl, which is coming out June 26th. Then September 11 we have Clayface 2026. Then 2027 we have the Batman 2. Now the problem was the Batman 2 was that people were thinking that because it was cancelled, and it's not going to be cancelled because I believe that if they want to make any stupid decision, cancellation of the Batman 2 should not be one of them. And they should not even merge it. They should let it be its own thing and let the story plays out the way it's supposed to play out. Now the actors can come to the DCU in another project, but I do not want them to cancel the Batman too. Now that same 2026, or sorry, the 2026 where Supergirl and Clayface are supposed to come out, we have Lanterns, which is going to be a show, and the Brave and the Bold, it's in development. Now the last story I heard about the Brave and the Bold was that James Gunn said that is going to a script, read two Batman scripts this July, which is this month. So that means the Brave and the Bold script is almost done, and is going to read the Brave and the Bold, and is also going to read the Batman. And what I want is that though I want the two of them to come out, I don't want the Matt Reeves Batman to the match into the DCU Batman. Though I won't have any problem with it. But here's the thing: if they are going to release this project, I want if this the Batman comes out 2027, the best thing they can do is the Brave and the Bold should come out 2029, early 2029, or late 2028. Now, it might cause a bit of confusion that we are having the Batman content every year, but I believe that what should happen is this should come out 2027 and this should come out 2029, the Brave and the Bold. Then Wonder Woman project should come out obviously 2028, or if possible, next year. I would love for the Wonder Woman project. So that's all of the upcoming live action DC projects that are coming out, and they're even out already. Like the Sandman is already out. So let me know the DC project you are excited for. Put the also down in the comment section below, and what you expect from this show. What you're planning to see from DC Studios and the DCU and DC in general, if you are a DC fan. Now, interestingly, we have a Marvel movie which is coming out this August, which is called Eyes of Wakanda. It's going to be produced by it's produced by Ron Coogler. And to be honest, I understand that Ron Coogler is a big name in Disney or in Marvel. I still don't understand why they are not adding the director's name to their promotional material. Like Iron Arts, I feel bad for the director when after all those stress and all those things he's doing, it turns out that Disney is not going to even put his name in in the in the trailer. You know, they're not going to put his name in the posters. And I believe his name is in one poster, in the Iron Arts poster, but the way they made it very small and it feels like a disrespect. Now I get where I'm going. Like having Christopher Nolan to produce your project, of course, his name can sell the movie, but I still feel bad a bit. So let me know what your thought is on Eyes of Wakanda, and if you are going to see it when it drops, please share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Moving on, we have F1. Now F1 came out and it was a success. At least in terms of reception, it was received well, and as of June 29, we realized that F1 earned $144 million, which is almost its production budget, which is $200 million. And if given time, it's going to be able to pass its production budget. And the problem it's going to have is this July, we have interesting movies like we have Jurassic World, we have Superman, we have Fantastic Four. Even in Nigeria, I don't think in Nigeria it's going to hold any ground because a lot of people, though we want to watch it, there are still more people that are going to consume Nigerian content than to consume um, another content. So depending on where you're staying, find it that I find it difficult that it's going to um, have that ground. But I believe that uh, it's going to make its money back. And one thing you should know that this movie is made by Apple TV and it's distributed by Warner Brothers. So this is like Apple TV first big win when it comes to cinema and theater. And Warner Brothers is also like in the street when it comes to releasing good movies. And one thing I said when I said that um I have confidence in it that's going to make the project back is because interestingly, a report came in that we found that Apple they sold over $40 million in terms of sponsorship on this fictional F1 team called APXGP. Now this is APXGP logo that is on these two Brad Pitt and them saying Idris shirt. Now you will see on this logo, you would see their sponsorship thing, which is normal for F1 clothes. There's always going to be the sponsors logo on their clothes, and they said something that this Expensify, which is like the one that is the main sponsor of the team, they spend up to eight figure in in sponsorship. That's like $8 million. That not thing. Eight figures. Yeah, they spend more than $1 million when it comes to more than $10 million when it comes to sponsoring this team. Now, obviously, the name would be known, but this is after this revelation because I don't think people that are watching the movie were like, let's pause this film. Let's look at the shirt. How many logos are on this shirt? How many companies sponsor this shirt? Only if you go back and you're watching it on your phone or your system, then you can now pause and you can now start taking a look on it. But not everybody's going to notice. But I believe for them, either they have the money or they just want to get their name out there. They did what they did. So good luck for everybody, every party involved. And we got this from Variety as of June 30th. They said that a sequel for F1 is already in works because right now the movie, like I said, it's gaining momentum and it's being received by a lot of people. I think the Rotten Tomatoes score from audience was from critics was 89. I can't remember what the this thing the audience score was, but I believe it was also well received, probably 70 something or 90 something, but it was well received by audience. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Are you excited for an F1 sequel, or you just want them to stop? We should stop here at least. Like Sinners now. Sinners, there's no sequel for Sinner because it's as perfect as the way it is. So do you want an F4 sequel or do you not want a sequel? Like for me, I personally do not want it, like as they are saying, it's in works. It feels like they're trying to commercialize on it. And it may or may not work out because what other story are you going to tell from the one you've told? So if it works out, good. If it doesn't work out, it just feels so risky for me. But let me know your thought down in the comment section below. Moving on, we're skipping F1, we're skipping F2 and F3, we're moving straight down to F4, which is Fantastic Four. And there are some stories I'm going to touch on, and I'm going to just move over. Like some of the new looks we've seen the teen with the beard. Now I don't know how if the explanation they are going to give to it. I'm curious to see the explanation. And we've seen yeah we heard a story about the London premiere for F10, which F4, which is going to be July 10. Then we also saw a new look of with Richard, Ben Grimm, and Sue Storm. Then this was also from the trailer, the new look for the teen, the Human Touch. Then a story. Okay, let me put this because we know that I was finding that what exactly is the issue. Okay, from yeah, let's put this a new international poster for the Fantastic Four. This is like a new character poster. We have the one for Abby. I don't know why I didn't post the rest. This is the one for Abby, which I kind of dig. I love it. I love the way they are sticking to the stuff. Now, this one, I it feels when they put that cartoon. There's this cartoon character poster where it shows that the bottom of his feet it's more fire. Now, obviously, he's bringing out the fire out, but yeah, it's showing that the bottom of his feet is like like this. This is the two legs now. So when a flame on and it's flying, it feels that it looks like they are together, and the other side here is now fire. But here you could clearly see his feet, you could see the sole of his feet, and you could see just the fire taking shape. But I understand, I still understand how it's why they went ahead with that. And we saw one for Ben Gray, which is punching like the wall out. For Pedro Pascal one, I don't know why I didn't post that. Then Now the marketing for the Fantastic Four at least is now taking full effect because over the past few weeks we've been seeing more Superman, Superman, Superman. Now we are seeing more Fantastic Four, which is this logo in the sky. Then we have this international poster um, for China, which features all the characters. Now you see this. This is what I was talking about. See, yeah, it feels like it's together. But though you can understand that it's there, but the fire is more down there, like it's pushing, like I said, it's propelling him to fly. Unlike that last one, it doesn't feel like adding to it. Then moving on, we got a new promotional video for the Fantastic Four, and even if you see that flying, so you could see. I love the CGI here. I love the way they did it, but you could see that flying and everything. It makes no sense. And I still love the way they behave amongst other. But they are still like I don't want to feel nitpicky for any of this thing because I'm expecting. I want to see um where everything leads at the end of the day. Then we got a new look at Galactus as the team are flying towards him. Then a new teaser and a reminder that it's going to be out in 3 weeks. So um I'm curious to see how the Fantastic Four plays out. But when it comes to like what am I going to spend my money on, it's obviously going to be Superman. But I'm also curious to see what is going to be the end of the story of Fantastic Four and what at the end of the day is going to win. Because as much as you want to say that, oh, there are more people excited for comic book movies now than they were to earlier beginning of the year, I don't think people understand that a lot of people are not interested in consumption of comic book movies. Like I was talking to my dad this morning, and some of the things that he said, though it's like it's a week in this thing. In reality, that you are still this is where you are. That do not forget yourself because of what you are consuming and the type of content you put out. Try to remember that you are still here, and that's how it felt like. But the whole thing that I was trying to put out was that even here in Nigeria, I don't think there's a lot of people going, oh, Marvel Fantastic Four. I want to watch Fantastic Four. I showed you the list of Nigerian movies that are coming out, so there are not that many people that are quite interested in stuff like that. But there are still people that are going to be interested. Like now, Sinners was a different case because it was more black oriented and it was more telling of African stories, so which made Sinners successful here in Nigeria. But I do believe that when it comes to content like this, I don't believe that um there's the people that are more like yo, it's big on my head. There are only few of us that have this kind of comic book or this anime kind of thing on our head. And even at that, we still have like our own small community when it comes to the consumption of this kind of content. Now, moving on, please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And are you guys excited for it? Yes or no? Now, on DC, there is this rumor by Apocalyptic Osman, who works for Nexus News. He said that an interest show is in development in development in this studio, and this interest is going to be set in Korea. Now they say that they have this Pom Clementine, which is who looks who is I believe she's Korean. She's going to be the one to play the Huntress. Now, Huntress as a character is both Italian and Korean, but she's more of Italian than she is of Korean. And this is going to be set in Korea. You're going to play in Korea. They're going to be going to Italy. They're going to be going to Brazil. And James Gunn have already confirmed that they have stuff like that is at works at DC studios. Unless this is an Elseworld story, I don't know how I feel about her playing Huntress. Now, obviously, Huntress is going to be if they play their cards right, they're going to be able to play. Huntress well. Now, the last time we saw Huntress was in Birds of Prey, and a lot of people do not really enjoy the way they portrayed that movie, the way it felt like. But at the end of the day, Margot Robbie was able to get her own justice. So hopefully, Huntress, the character, is going to be able to get her own justice in this movie. But I do not understand. I do not know how to feel about um this story. First, I dig the Korea, I dig the Italy, I dig the projects that are putting around the world, but personally, I still don't know how I feel about this. But hopefully, it turns out to be great than I expected. Now, Iron Arts. Moving on, we have Iron Arts, which is it's wrapped, and we have some stories I'm not going to dig. We realized that there was a surge in bad reviews, which a lot of people were going about to hate in the movie. Now, this is the problem I have because some review sites ended up removing the bad reviews, and on Rotten Tomatoes, it ended up doing 89 when it comes to audience review instead of the 50 something or 60 some 40 something that it was doing. People were saying that they were review bombing it, which in so many cases it can be very much true. But here's the thing: what happens if a movie is being given good review, like it's good review bombed, not like is it implode or I don't know the word for it. People are giving it good review. Like for instance, now when Culture Commandos was released, the argument was that people that are fans of James Gunn were going out to be giving out good review, and there were people that were not fans of James Gunn. They were going out to be giving it bad review. I was like, to be honest, I don't really care what side this is. As long as the show is good for me and I love it and I enjoy it, I don't really care what side is fighting what side. But I don't understand. What if there was a bad review? What are these companies going to do? So that's just what I was what if there was good review? What are these companies going to do? So that was just like my own comment on it. I haven't watched it, so I'm going to give my own review. I'm going to try as well to watch it. I'll give my own review, which is going to come out towards before the end of next week. We also have the first look of Scotland, who he cameoed a bit as a book, which Willie Williams was reading. Then Anthony Ramos was talking about the negative review. At the end of the day, so that we know what you made and we are proud of what you made. That's whether or not people love it and people hate it, we still love it. Then we have Mephisto coming. Then I'm going to talk about this later, but we have Mephisto coming, and we have a story about the producer of Iron Arts who was like saying that the clothes for this movies was sold to them. No, okay, sorry, that was that's another story. The producers of Iron Arts talking about the introduction of Mephisto was not to undermine the villain, the main villain, which is the Ood, this guy, so he becomes the main villain of the show Iron Hearts. I haven't watched the movie, so I can't really tell what exactly is going on. Now, another thing I want to talk about when it comes to Iron Hearts is that as much as you want to be a fan of characters, you want to be fan of the white characters. I'm specifically mentioning white, like Captain America, not the new Captain, not the new Sam Wilson Captain America, the Iron Man, and everything. Now, at some point, I don't want to mention any other race or any other people. There are some times where you just have to look at what exactly are we doing wrong, are we doing right. Now, take for instance, if you release a movie like, okay, let me put out that point. If you release a movie in China, let's say that movie is it's any movie at all, a movie in China, and you release and Chinese release their own Chinese movie. Who do you think Chinese is going to consume the Chinese content? Now, if you release um Kung Fu Panda in China and they release their own version, it's going to be the Chinese. If you release a movie in Nigeria, the movies in Nigeria are going to consume is going to be Nigeria. What I'm trying to say is that people of my skin color, it's time that we have to start taking things a little bit more serious. As much as I want to say that, oh, the story is bad, that's why people do not want it. Now, personally, I'm not a fan of Marvel comics. I would rather read DC comics any day, anytime. But there's some point that there's a time where you now have to look at it that maybe you are actually brainwashed. Like when you see a bunch of characters and you realize that, oh, I hate this character, I hate this character, I hate this character, and you now draw out their skin color. Oh, the characters I hate the most are actually black. Am I racist against my own people? Now, obviously, there's bad storytelling, and there's times where you're like, the way these stories are played out, they're not good, they're not well thought of, they're not well played out. Obviously, there's that. But it's like, you are, that's one of the problems I am facing myself, and it's odd that I'm saying it out loud, but it's the truth, and I have to say it out. The stories of putting um, foreign movies over Nigerian movies it has to stop. Now, obviously, everybody wants their movies to be consumed. Obviously, you can be fan of something, but at some point, you have to take your things over another content. Which was why January, was it not January or December, when I had the opportunity to go to cinema and to consume a content with the money that I had there, when I was given the option, um, Mufasa, Moana, or Jennifer. I just said, oh, I cannot watch Moana or Mufasa. Like it felt weird that I should consume this. As much as I would love the experience in cinema, I had to put my money on Jennifer. So I was more proud of myself. And over this year, I'm not like the cinema type of person, which makes this whole thing ironic. You're commenting on cinema and you're not you don't consume cinema like that. At least the kind of content you consume doesn't align with the content people are going to actually listen to you, because you have to have enough confidence what you're talking about that people can listen to you. So it's made this whole thing ironic. But I was able to consume Jennifer. I enjoyed it. I put out my review, but I didn't make a video review. At that time, we were still getting ourselves, and lucky for us, over the years, we are able to change the curve. We are able to change and we're putting out more content on YouTube. So basically, what I'm saying is that as a black man, you have to enjoy this. It's not that you have to, rather, you have to enjoy more of your people, more of your color, and obviously bad storytelling can play. Some studios can go ahead and just say, get the fuck, they just put this thing out. Let's just put this thing out. So people can do that. But I don't understand. I don't want we to consume more about things. Which is why after watching Superman and Butch Charles, we're able to go to cinema is twice a month. But if I can't go, and the options are just between foreign and Nigeria. Go to choose Nigeria all the time. And no, doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about the foreign things. Just I'm going to choose Nigeria all the time. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But let me quickly touch that still on Iron Heart. There's this Iron Heart star which talked about she wants a Strange Academy movie or a series, at least from Marvel Studio, and she realized that this is what people want. She says that this is what people want, this is what people are dying for. Now, a lot of people were like, "Oh, fuck Iron Heart," and everything that comes out from Iron Heart. I believe that this is going to be a good move. Like, if they want straight academy. Now the reason, one of the points she made was that many people wish they could support Harry Potter nowadays. I don't want to talk more about the politics of it, but there's obviously a category of people that don't want Harry Potter or don't want anything that has to do with J.K. Rowling's. Though Harry Potter like is the greatest teacher ever that she made that people love, whether or not you hate it or you love, whether or not you love her, you hate her, you still want to consume Harry Potter content because it's great. It changed the whole industry. It's like the pinnacle of the industry when it comes to that. So she's like, let Marvel go ahead and Strange Academy. And Strange Academy are like magic users, they are kids, and it feels like it's called work in the MCU. Now the MCU is facing a problem, Marvel is facing a problem, and they need to put out quality content over just for inclusion and stuff like that. So whatever story Marvel end up producing, I believe that's going to be great. So I'm actually um running out of time. I have like 15 minutes more to talk about some of the stories. And please do apologize that the content I'm talking about is it's more of it's more of what did I say? It's more of comic book and more foreign things. I'll to try as much as possible. So let's talk about okay, let's talk about Nubia and Static Shock. Since we are still on the topic of black inclusion, James Gunn talked about is once the Nubia might come out. Nubia might come in DC as sooner than expected, and obviously people are like Nubia is going to be touched in this Wonder Woman series. I've forgotten this Paradise Lost. So people are like, no, that's when Nubia has got to show up. So what I do as much as I want Nubia to be touched, I don't know how the story is going to play out, but I believe that from that statement, I believe that there's something that they are planning. And here's the thing: Americans care of themselves. They are going to have to do the inclusion thing, and it's going to happen one way or the other. So I'm going to include Nubia whether or not they are likely. They're going to talk about the black character, they're going to talk about the LGBT character, they're going to talk about civil characters. It's just going to happen themselves. It's going to happen. But one thing I love about these studios right now is that they are playing their cards to the best of their abilities when it comes to like putting out content that have good stories and the scripts are okay. So I want Nubia, of course, to show up. I want Nubia to be used and utilized to the best of to the stories because one interesting thing they talk about the DCU is that DCU is going to focus on it's going to be on the timeline, it's going to be on world building, and they might today talk about something that happened in the past, and today talk about something about the future, they might today focus on the villain, they might today focus on the hero. But at the end of the day, we are going to see where everything all converge, and we're also going to have this world building. So it won't feel like Marvel where you have this Avengers movie and you can't top that again because you've already reached the pinnacle. So I don't want that. So let me quickly talk about Static Shock. He also said the same something similar that they are planning on having a Static Shock um, appearance, but right now there's no update on Static Shock. And he said that it's complicated. And we were like thinking that is it complicated that because is it black, you don't want black guys to show on the comic. Now, obviously, that may or may not be the reason. So I am not a defender of James Gunn. Like I said, I have so many things that I do not trust about him, I don't like about him, but at the same time, there's some things that I love about him. But the reason why I keep talking about him is because I have more of DC and I have more of Marvel. The complication right here is that Static Shock is owned by Milestone. It's owned by the Dolphin estate, and it's also owned by Milestone the company. So it is not DC. Though DC has publishing rights to it, but it is owned by Milestone, and they have to go through the legalities of that. And once they've done it, one what I want from Milestone is that they shouldn't just give DC the rights to produce any black character. Because Milestone focus more on black characters, which is why, well, this is why I was talking about Comic Republic that time is that. So please apologize the noise in the background. Please apologize for the noise in the background because my cousins are playing. Um, what I want from Milestone is that they've given DC a lot of freedom to do what they want with their characters, and so many of them are utilized, underutilized. So many of them are overutilized, and they don't fit in DC continuity. Sometimes they fit, sometimes they don't fit, and it feels like this is just checking the box. Now, if you want black characters to be done right, obviously you need people that can support, and DC and Warner Brothers, they have that platform that they can help with it, and they help popularize some of your comics. But whatever deal they are going to have with James Gunn, I want it to be a deal of we have a mouse, we have a I don't say milestone, we have a gold mine of content and characters you can play on. You can use any of them, but you are not allowed to use them in a way that undermines the character. You can't just take a character and kill off the character. You can't just take a character and sideline the character. Mr. Terrific in Superman, I understand. I love what they are doing with it, but at the same time, there are some things that feel so cringy, which is it feels. Some people have also noticing it, and I don't think I'm the only one that noticing it. But what I want is that the characters they are going to use, the DC characters, the milestone characters, the black characters, they should put it on their face that they have to get the best treatment. Not a let's push out a black character, let's push out inclusion, let it be let's push out the best character that are utilized well. So I believe that they can do something with that. And it shouldn't feel like, oh, we are putting out this thing. And anybody that goes out and puts the list, I will call out it. I'll call you out. Yeah, this is on my Streamdorm. On Streamdorm, we get so many racist comments. I do my best to delete as many as possible. I even try to put out the use this comment moderator. I don't know why Facebook is not aligned. It's annoying. They put comment. They remove some content on our Twitter on our Instagram on our threads. They when I open Facebook, they show that we remove some comment some of your posts on Facebook. Even some of the posts they remove is not even our post, but because it's in our group, they put that you put us remove some of your content, like as if it's me that posting it. But when it comes to the right thing, they are not doing it, which is annoying. So what I want Milestone and DC to agree on is that whatever DC Studios is going to do with those Milestone characters has to be the best, and don't have to be like they are ticking a box or any of that. So lastly, what I'm going to talk about is Superman, and I'm going to brush out Superman because if you want to talk about Superman, go to Streamdorm, Film News, go to stream on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Threads. Check out our platform. You guys can follow our platform. You'll see um, so many stories when it comes to that. Let me just quickly brush out on there. We have new look of Superman. Tickets are already on pre-sales in Nigeria, which is a good thing. So please, if you're in Nigeria and want to watch Superman, go check it out. We also have the talking about the creation of his role. We said that you watch all the previous iterations of Superman so that you can be able to prepare for the roles. We have a new look. We have Superman going to release next week, July 11th, and some people are going to watch it July 8th. We have the fact that they removed the cutscene of crypto punching Superman because we have Ultraman punching crypto. They had that removed. The reason why I even covered mine was that If it fits the story, why not just put it there? uh, this is one of the problems that one of the things I find weird when it comes to Americans, but I get it. We have new look of Superman Vision. I put red laser eyes. People were correcting me on Facebook or on threads. Like it's it vision, whatever. I understand that I do red laser eye because what I want to emphasize was that the fact the eyes is actually red. Then we have what's Tomato talking about Superman being the most anticipated. And we have so many stories like that. Let me just quickly punch out some more that I say. The new tracking is 182, 171. I don't care about the finances. I will just hope it's good and it comes out. Now, I want it to enter 800, but 800 being like, that's what I want it to enter. Not that I predict it to enter, but I want it to enter 800, and hopefully we can get more of this year content. We have Ultraman fights, we have behind the scenes, we have inspiration of James Gunn talking about Bollywood. Now, this thing was controversial because there was an interview where James Gunn said that he gets some comments and he got angry and he can be somebody from India. It's obvious from India. And who were thinking that, oh, he's racist. Then there's this interview that we surfaced which said that it took inspiration from Bollywood movies. And people were saying that, oh, this is just a PR strategy. This is something. This interview this interview is older than the recent comments he made about the Bollywood thing. Second one, the Bollywood stuff was like putting out random countries and random place so that okay, this person can be far away. Obviously, there can be better wording of that. It's like saying Nigeria. And obviously, Nigerians will look at it that oh, Nigeria mentioned, and well at the same time we also look at it that what do we do? Why are you mentioning Nigeria? And obviously, Nigeria don't really care more about Soma, so we won't really, in general sense, we won't really give a shit about that. But that's basically all. And they have the press unit, and it's just too much consumer content. So check out Streamdorm Film News and follow Streamdorm on every social media platform when it comes to comment on that. So please share also down in the comment section below and about what you think about these updates. In fact, even though everything we've talked about so far, share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Now, let me use the few minutes that I have here to talk about some things. Um, right now, we might be putting out one video, one live, or one live, we don't know the content, but at least we're putting out two contents per week when it comes to this stream on channel. So we don't know how we're going to set it right now. We are still working on the schematics of it. And for the music, there's a channel called Streamdorm. Uh, we are Spotlight rather. Let me bring it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. It's owned by us, by the way. Spotlight. No, see, the thing is coming out at 6 p.m. Spotlight TV. No, 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 no. Yeah, this is it. This is our own Spotlight TV. Spotlight at Spotlight Magazine TV. This is the channel where we want to put out all our music content now. The problem we're having with it is that though we are still going to work on some editing about the thing and everything like that, and we want to transfer it. It's on one account that um I can't share. It's not that I can't share, but it's my partner, but it's my personal account, so I want to move it. I want to move it to another. So I'm looking at the schematic where I can do that. So check out Spotlight TV magazine and check out Spotlight magazine on other platforms. That's what we are going to put out for this content when it comes to music and lifestyle and Nigerian talks like that. So check out that channel and see you in our next video.